Well, maybe you could tell by my outfit. I'm not exercising today. Actually, I got a flu or something, and I'm busy as hell, and so I was just going to rest today. But I see it's the last day to apply for our $35,000 grant. I never thought I'd be giving away grants like this. I mean, we're just a little business, yeah, and it just shocks the heck out of me that we're able to do this, and it's all because of the members, you. And that's why we're giving these grants to members of Let's Go Help. I wanted a service that was so cheap that everybody was telling me I had to charge thousands or hundreds of dollars for this, but I just wanted to do it for $20 because that's what it should be for everybody. I mean, I'm telling you about stuff that's already there. Your government already, you paid for all this stuff for your taxes, and the rich people use it because I used to charge rich people, thousands of dollars, and they'll pay that. But the average person on the street can't. They're just living hand to mouth, and that's why I wanted something that is really just for the average person to realize the benefits this country has to offer. And if you're in financial trouble, you're in a real pickle of a problem, whether it's legal or whatever, there's probably help out there, and a whole lot of it. And also to change your life, to start a new career, to get on a different path that you're on now because it's not going anywhere. And that happens to us all. And we have to stop and change things to do that. And what just shocked me more than anything is that subscribers, that we got subscribed. I don't pay for advertising. I tested some on Facebook, and Facebook is, they're bandits. and there are all kinds of, and YouTube is that way too. You have to be very careful of people pretending they're somebody else and they could help you. Remember, people make money off of your problem. And if you have a problem and they can convince you that they'll solve it as long as you give them a lot of money, then they'll make a lot of money. And that's why I'm kind of keep it at $20, because I can't promise you I'll solve it. I just know there's a lot of possibilities where you can solve those problems. And I don't want to charge hundreds or thousands of dollars because it may or may not happen. And particularly people who need income, they don't have extra money to do that. Because I really I receive more answers from your network than help I paid for. Same thing. then quit. Don't pay for it. And that's it. People who have financial trouble and need to change their lives and things like that, you don't have money to spend. And spending more money trying to get out of trouble just gets you deeper in trouble. And that's the hard lesson for us to learn. I keep learning that too. I see somebody, all they do this, and they say, if you buy this, and then all your problems are solved, and that never happens. I mean, maybe by lightning you'll find one, and that's why you have infomercials. When I used to do infomercials. By the way, somebody called me the other day. They're going to do a series on old-time infomercials. That's me. And I said, what the hell you want to talk to a dinosaur for? But that was the way to reach people, and it cost a lot of money, and I had to do it very small, step by step. And now, like here, look, this is infomercial time, and I'm talking to people, and it doesn't cost me a $100 iPhone, a used one. And I got my own infomercial, right, doing this. And that's the technology has changed. I think you can start businesses now better. Your little niche idea is more welcome now than ever before. And it's easier to get out there. Before, to make any money, you really had to go to the big guys and be in Walmart or big bookstores and everything, and that took a lot of money, and they took most of it. The people in the middle, home shopping and all these things. But now with social media, nobody gets the money. You get all of it. So you don't need millions of love your hair and groovy. Thank you. And nobody. I mean, you could live with a couple thousand people, not millions like the big shots want to get, because they got to pay all the people in the middle. You don't have to do that anymore. And that's why it's so easy to start businesses. But it takes work, but it doesn't take money. And that's a lesson I keep learning over and over again. And I've started businesses, and I did it all the first time when, as I was taught. I got an MBA, and I came back from the Navy, use the GI Bill to get an MBA, and I thought I'd become I started businesses, doing it like they told me in school, and they all failed. And I said, shit, and I didn't have fun. And that's why, to me, it's then having fun was the key. When I started having fun and dressing like this and everything, man, I was having fun. So I didn't care if I failed or not. I'm having fun every day. There's no guarantee to be successful in life, but you can't have fun doing it. Try it. And that's the key to me in life, boy. And it's hard. We have responsibilities, so there's always things that get in the way of having complete fun, and that's why I know. So you learn you got to feed yourself, and if your family or whatever you have the responsibilities to do, and that's it. But let's get back to the grant. Today, we're closing at midnight, the grant applications. And we're going to give out $30,000. I think last month we gave out $20,000, so $35,000. I'm sorry. So that's 50 or 60 people who are going to get this money. And we're lucky if we'll get a couple hundred applications. So that's a hell of a chances to me. I mean, people, like I just said, I think it was Staples was giving $100,000 out in free grants, to businesses. $100,000 a Staple, that's nothing. Look we're little pipsqueaks giving out $30,000 in 1 month. They're doing it for the whole thing. That's why most of these people use it for advertising and to get publicity, free publicity or whatever. And that's why these big companies do it. It's not serious stuff. To me, what I feel this is different is that we're giving it only people who gave us the money. So you subscribed. And that's why I want to give it back to you. And what's the link? There's two. Somebody write this down because I'm on my phone. It's hard to type all that kind of stuff. It's letsgohelp.com, and that's you get it, and then you get Let's Go Help on Facebook. And we have another one, letsgohelp2.co. So we have two platforms, .com and then letsgohelp2.co. And that's off Facebook. A lot of people don't like Facebook, and I'm probably one of them. But that's where the people are, so we got to be there. But when you belong to one, you belong to both. So if you sign up for Let's Go Help, you could also get Let's Go Help 2 automatically. But if you don't want to touch Facebook at all, you go to Let's Go Help 2.co, and you can apply right there to Let's Go Help 2. And that, when you apply there, you also get, you could log on to Facebook Let's Go Help and not be charged. So it's all there. It's $20 to sign up. It's a monthly. So if you don't want me, you got to stop me, or else if you screw up, I'll certainly refund. Jennifer, letsgohelp2.com and letsgohelp.com and Let's Go Help 2. Yes, thank you, Jennifer. And don't forget, if you're on Facebook watching me, there is in guides, up above in guides, there's a link that gets you onto Let's Go help2.co for free. If you go to letsgohelp2.co, it's going to ask you for money. So you got to get into the Facebook thing to get the link for the free part, okay? So you get there for free. And I haven't been, personally been on there a lot. I'm doing that more. I try to answer personally all the start of any question that you start. See, on Facebook, you start a discussion, and I try to answer every one of those in the beginning. And then after that, the other members add to that. And to me, what is really special, I'm trying to help facilitate is that members help members. You people are the power of everything. That's why I believe that you should be getting any profits from this. It should be going back to you guys, not from Yacht. By the way, I don't see the video I did recently on overdraft charges. Banks make billions and billions of dollars charging you $35 or whatever it is because you're overdraft. One of the big bankers bought a boat, big, I don't know if it was an ocean liner or whatever, but his boat was called, what did I just say? Overdraft. That's the name of his boat. He was able to buy a boat with all the money he's making on overdraft. That's why the Consumer Consumer Finance Protection Bureau is going after these banks and getting them. Some of them are starting to change already. I just said Capital One is, as of beginning of next month, they're getting rid of it all. Yeah, and so that's going to happen more and more. I mean, financial services industry, to me, they're just gangsters legal. I mean, they have a place too and everything, but it's most, I don't know, they don't do anything. You know, they don't make stuff. They're just giving people money that somebody prints down in the basement in Washington. I don't understand all that. And I got an MBA in economics, so I just don't understand that stuff. I don't know, it's a tool to use, yeah. And people make money out of gambling. To me, it's like a casino. Everybody's trying to gamble on what the other people, on how stupid the other people are, or whatever. Yeah. So that's part of, I guess, capitalism. And capitalism's cool, but there's bad parts, and anything you could overdo the bad parts, and that's not good. I had $370 in overdraft fees. Wow, see? And the bank found it. Yeah, see? Okay, you have any of those problems with the banks? I mean, consumerfinance.gov. Go to consumerfinance.gov and complain and get it to the bank, man. And that to me is the most powerful thing anybody has in the financial industry. And that's why Trump was trying to get rid of it, to tell you the truth, or or break its knees or something, at least make it less effective, because you don't have, an individual person doesn't have power against a bank. What, are we going to hire a lawyer at $400 an hour to fight them? No. But see, a government agency can put them out of business, so they have more power than any lawyer you could have. So all it takes for you is to write a letter to the consumerfinance.gov and look for a complaint. And they investigate within 15 days. And now you could be a crazy, let's say, and they have to investigate. So that's why, see, if the bank gets a letter from the government, man, that, they get a letter from you, what the hell, they're going to lose your account? Doesn't mean anything. They get a letter from the government and they're screwed up, man, they could lose their whole business. So that's why the government agencies have power, and the average person doesn't realize that, all the power it has. Can't find the free grant program. Master, oh, you're a member, Master J. Oh, no, you don't, you just apply. In other words, if you're on Facebook and you want to apply to our grant that ends midnight tonight, you just say, hey, I want to apply for the $1,000 grant. We give $1,500. But tell me what you'll do with $1,000. Write a sentence, 2 sentences, 10, how much as you want, and just said, I want to apply a $1,000 grant. Here's how I'll spend the money. That's it. That's all you have to do. And then on Let's Go Help 2, if you're over there, we have a group, a December 4th grant group that you put your application there. And you only have to apply to one of those places. If you apply to one, you don't have to apply on the other platform. We merge those 2 files together and go through, and there's about 6 or 7 people, and I'm not one of them, who decide to get it. So you can't waste your money on buying me a dinner to help to get a grant. I don't choose. I don't trust myself. That's really what it boils down to. So if I got 6, 7 people doing this themselves, and they have to, they monitor each other, so they can't finagle the books either. And trying to make it as open. And you see all the applications if you want. You see all the winners who got it and everything, and you can read their applications if you want. It's all public information. And that's how open as possible. There's no magic in the world. Magic is just people hiding shit. Yeah. When are the winners packed? Well, it's over tonight. And it usually takes a week to 10 days to massage. So there's a couple hundred applications we get, and we have, 6 or 7 people have to read them all, and then judge each one who they think, should get it, and then we tally up who got the most votes, start getting the information from you to get the money out. So we could do it by Zelle, Zelle. We do. PayPal is the best for us to send them. So we need your PayPal. Link to help for hospital bills. James, yes, I got a lot of that stuff. Started make new discussion. And I'll send you, hospital bills, you fight them. You don't just pay, I'm sorry, I owe that. and I'll sell my 3 sons to get money to pay you. No, 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 no. These bureaucrats are so screwed up. They don't know what the hell they're billing, why, and, because it comes from a computer, you think it's right, and it's probably not. So there's even free help for that too. So I'll send you a report on all those sources, and just fight that sucker, because the more you fight, the less you're going to pay, and maybe even get it forgiven at all. The most important that you take action, because why. You don't know. You look, and people really get it. A lot of it. There's a great book I just finished. Maybe I have it here. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah. Never pay the first bill, and this is about James. This is about medical bills and how bad the system is. I mean, we pay twice as much for health care in this country than any other developed country. Okay. Twice as much. The average person pays twice as much. It costs, healthcare is healthcare, right? A car is a car, And so if you're buying a Chevy and costing twice, the other guy's buying a Chevy and getting a 50% discount, And that's what it is all over the world. That's why people go to Mexico to get dental work or whatever. It's just a system that is built up that all these people in the middle have to be paid, and I have a whole and then there's nonprofits that do that. There's even a nonprofit that takes old bills and buys them the debt. They buy the debt and relieve you of the debt. Just neat stuff out there. There's a lot of intelligent people, fun people trying to think. Late night from the hospital. Sorry, late night from the You're at the hospital now? Wow. Are you dressed? You watching this in a hospital gown? Wow. Yeah. So get some help. It's a lot out there. Co-pays. There's even nonprofit organizations that help you pay co-pays. All this kind of stuff, but it takes digging, and that's what. See, the main thing in Let's Go Help I'm trying to do is not show you how to fill out a form for get a grant. No, you got to figure out how to solve a problem with all these sources, and that's the main objective I'm trying to do, is teach people how to solve it. I got a beautiful letter, and I think I did a video yesterday or so on it. This woman. She just thanked me so much and really talked about using the phone. She said how to believe in that. She solved so many of her problems just by using the phone. She tried to get the grant for her whatever it was, for rent and things like that. It didn't work or whatever. She got on the phone. She even called the governor. Okay. Actually, she was in an abusive situation and had no money, was sort of left out. Her husband, she had encountered violence and was left out on the street. And see, there's programs for that. There's money for that. And she was trying to find it. She called the government's office and applied for the program, couldn't get the money. She called the government's office, I think again, I forget the details, Leonard, but I have it in that video. And the government's office called that agency. It was the Attorney General's office of the state. And she said, my phone was ringing off the hook. I was getting 3 different people from the agency calling me, telling me they're going to send the money. That's what it takes. Eh? And then she wanted to start a business. Then she got called another office that called her back to make an appointment to help her start a business, free. So she not only got a paid rent for 3 months, or I don't know how many months, but at least, because they do it for 12 or 15. She got a big grant because she was abused by her husband, and that was all on the phone. And now she's getting personal help to start a business, mentoring to start her own business. So there's a woman, weeks ago, she was out in the street, beat up, and had no place to live, and now got a rent paid, got a whole cash settlement, and is on her way to start a business. Wow, that's government program. Sure, it doesn't work everywhere. It doesn't work every time. No, but that's the possibilities. It's just. I don't know. We go to churches and believe we're going to go to heaven, and nobody writes back when they get there. So we're believing that. Now there's something the FTC should start looking at. False advertisement, maybe, yeah? But these are real possibilities, and that's why I love Let's Go Help. When people, you don't have to believe some huckster who dresses like a clown, what I'm saying. No, you see, the average person is doing this, tell you how they did it, and this is true. And the bottom line in it all is it takes work. If you're not willing to work, if you think you're gonna get a website and fill out the form and just sit back and wait for, oh yeah, let's see, I'll go down and check the mail today. Honey, did it get mail today? Did it come in? Yeah. Well, we'll wait tomorrow. Honey, did it come in yet? Yeah. No. I mean, that may happen, and they're the ones who get on the infomercials and say how easy it is, but that's bullshit. It's not going to be easy for you. And see, I believe in telling you the truth, because if you believe it's easy, you're going to stop. You're going to stop, and then you won't get it. And then my work is worthless. It's absolutely worthless then. And I don't have a whole lot of time in life. I mean, I'm 78. 15 years is a long shot at this age. And so I'm not trying to build fucking castles in the sky or whatever. To me, it's sort of how many people can I help before I die, and encourage other people to do that too. And maybe because I'm old or whatever, I mean, we all have, I can't tell anybody how to live their life. I don't know how I live my life. I guess it every day. I mean, it is, it's a mystery. It still is. But the fun is in the struggle. If you're not struggling, man, you're not living. Because life is a struggle. It's a bitch. It's hard. You get beat up. You get everything. If you think it's apples and roses or whatever, then you just believe in the commercials. That's bullshit. That happens, true. But to do anything, to get anywhere, to solve problems or whatever, takes a big pain in the ass. But that's the growth in life. If you're not doing that, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, then what the hell are you here for? That's what we're like. A tree, if it doesn't keep growing, man, then it's dead. So you're an organ, you're an organic stuff, right? So if you don't keep growing, that's like over, man. So that's how we grow. I mean, whether it's a tree or whatever, I don't know. I'm guessing at all this. I'm just speaking from my heart, certainly not research. That if not struggling to survive in life, then you're not continuing to grow. And that's why what really surprised me is that even at 78 years old, I could keep growing, and I could keep struggling. I could keep learning new things that I never thought I would be able to do. And that's the most exciting thing to me in life, is that you could keep learning till you die. And the one muscle, even your muscles, and even though we atrophy or whatever that word is, that we disappear a little bit every day, we don't grow as but there's one muscle you can keep growing forever, and that's your heart. You could keep growing that, forever. And that's what I sort of felt, maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago. I said, hey, I'm not getting faster running. I'm getting slower. I don't hit golf balls further. I can't try to do that. It just gets shorter. But you can love harder, and you could have a more open heart. And I think that is, we're all trying to find, the secret or whatever to have some comfort in life. And I think that's the key. You got to get discomfort no matter what the hell you do, what the hell you figure out. That's always going to happen because you're a human. But to me, the open heart is the nicest part. If you could keep your heart open as much as possible every day, that I think is, the comfort we're seeking in life. We're all struggling. And that's what I see with the members in Let's Go Help. Helping each other. And when people join and they say, boy, thank you for joining. What the hell, you're paying me? Why are you thanking me? I don't know what it is. There's something there that I didn't know was there. And it is just remarkable to me. I don't know. It doesn't matter as long as, if I could do this, if I could give $35,000 a month And we started at 15, and this is about 6 months now. We give over $100,000 or more already, and that's just a little company, a couple of part-time people working for us, and that's it. I can't have a suit to hang up in the studio. You helped me get. Actually, I just gave a whole bunch away. I'm a clothes horse, so we moved into a 500 square feet apartment, so there's not enough room for all my clothes. But I do have letsgoclothes.com, and what I'm selling is some of the stuffs, the sweat gear and exercise gear and the casual gear, and that's like $40 or whatever. Is all, and so that's why people, you want to wear funky clothes or whatever. Yeah, Let's Go told me this. But it's fun. Life is terrific, and it's because of people. It's because of people like you who make my life so worthwhile. If you didn't feel that this was important, I'd have to work harder at finding something else that I can help you with, because that's what we're here for, I feel. And we're here to be self-sufficient first, so that's what the first thing you have to do is be self-sufficient. And then after that is, okay, now how do you help other people? But we have capitalism makes the game, how much gold coins you can put in your basement or something, and that's how you measure success. Don't know why. I mean, after you have enough to eat and do everything, that's sort of a little amazing to me. It wasn't when I was younger, so don't. I understand it. I don't know. That's the way people keep scoring. That's what I like about capitalism, though, is that it's a way to find out if what I'm doing is of value. That's why I want to charge at least $20, mainly to pay my own way, but also to see if what I'm doing is worthwhile. If I would sit here and give you everything for free, then I don't know if it's of value. I should be doing something else. And then that's why I sort of like an inventor. I always thought inventors, the world should need this. Yeah, but if the world doesn't want to pay for it, maybe it doesn't need it. And you're just doing it to please yourself. And that's sort of like masturbating. And it's more fun to love somebody than to do it. If you want to have to work on it, phone calls get things moved quickly. Absolutely, James, yeah. You got a good 100 years plus. 100 years, man. Twyla, it's so nice to see you. Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to go, but man, I'm happier now than ever before. Really, it's having the heart, having one-on-one. I used to do infomercials. I mentioned earlier that somebody's doing a Netflix thing on old infomercial people. I was one, and I said, well, what do you want to talk to a dinosaur for? Infomercial is so fucking old. I used them because I was trying to get my message out, and that was a effective way to do it. And actually, TV at the time was I didn't buy that stuff until I really knew. I would do a commercial and get it on for free, and just tell the TV station I'll split the money with you if I make any sales. And then you can do that easier now on the internet, so you don't have to buy. Everybody says, I need to buy advertising. That's crazy. If you think you have to buy advertising and you don't know what the hell is going to sell, that's a waste of money. You got to go out and find out what's going to sell first, and you do that with free advertising. Let other people do that. And there's so much media out there. You say, run this ad, and I'll give you half the money. Instead of advertising salesmen, you say, I can sell 1 million of these. Fine, I'll give you half the money. Here's my commercial. To me, anything else is not smart unless you want to learn by wasting money. There are people who want to do that, so more power to them. I didn't have money to waste. And what was neat about infomercials is that I was selling books at the time, and I would have to write, I would have to, if I wanted to sell books, I have to print 100,000, get them all in bookstores, and then go out and try to sell them and hope somebody buys them. No, if I was an infomercial or on a guest on a talk show, see, that's what I was using talk shows as infomercials. If you act like an asshole, you can get on any talk show you want. And so I found that out quickly, and so they were my infomercials. And plus, though, I wasn't in bookstores at the time. I was initially, but I said, I can't fill the bookstores with books that I can't print or afford. So I said, here's an 800 number. And you order one, I'll go print one and send it to you. It's basically what it was. So I had the money before they had the book. And I was able to do that. And that's what it's like. Do you offer one-on-ones? You're getting it now, James. And I hear the one-on-ones is on discussions. So every discussion, I answer those. So you write it and start a new discussion, and I talk. I mean, I have to charge too much to do that kind of stuff. And this, I'm able to help people for $20 instead of $2,000, and that is more gratifying to me. If you want to, so that's. Oh, so don't forget, tonight, midnight is the time. But don't worry, if you miss it, we're doing it again. I think I'll be in business again next month. And if there's money left over, maybe 20,000, maybe 25, maybe 30. This Christmas, also we scraped harder for Christmas and want to get more people out there to have some extra Christmas money to share. Because also to apply, thank you for your time and sharing your thoughts and experience. Oh, thank you, girl. What's also important is that you could apply for helping somebody else. You have a family member really needs it. You have somebody in your community who really needs it. Twyla did that. I forget how she did it. She gave all the money to somebody else, and homeless people or whatever it was. Actually, what we're doing in the apartment building, I just made there's a shelter down the street here at a church. It's called Charlie's Place, and we're raising money for clothes for them. Or actually, in the laundry room, I put a big bin in there in the laundry room. San Francisco is paying $500 a month. Well, yes, I saw that. That's another thing for guaranteed income. Yeah, that's starting to pop up more and more. And if that may be, and really. Administratively, it makes sense because then you get less bureaucracies in the middle, and like giving food stamps and coupons and giving cash. You know the best thing to do with it. Yeah, sure, somebody's going to abuse it, but you think people don't abuse tax credits or tax fund? We're not dumb people. We'll figure schemers, whatever, and that's certainly going to happen. But it has been a pleasure. I mean, I had, I think, one of the best 2 years of my life. Most of the country did not. And this has been, my work has been received more than, I certainly, being on talk shows and Letterman and Oprah and all that kind of stuff is nice for your ego, but the way we help people here, one-on-one, really get things. And now my work is really getting down to the state level. So the state programs, the longer I'm doing this, the more I see patterns that I could put together and make it easier for people. The government doesn't even know what the hell it has. They're just following some law that somebody told them they had to follow, and they got to set it up. But there's a bigger picture, and I think probably I'm one of the few people who see the programs for everybody at the federal, state, local, and nonprofit and everything, and trying to organize that all by state so that every citizen in this country can go to one source that will have all the programs for that will help them with a problem. Here, now, they say they have it, but they're nowhere near. So that's why, if you remember, we have these state mini grants, we call them. So for every state, there's about 500 mini grants now that we have for every state. So for your state, see, this is the kind of research we do every day, showing you all the programs that are available in your state for starting a business or a nonprofit or being a freelancer or being an inventor. So there's dozens and dozens of programs just in your state. And it's the same for if you're in debt or have bill problems and things, a whole bunch of other programs for that. Yeah, and then a whole bunch of other programs for you to get a job or training or education and things like that. So that's the way, and it's across agencies and all over, or nonprofits. It's a spider web, every one of these things. But studying it this long, and it's the same for health care, it's the same for legal help, it's the same for raising children or people with disabilities. By the way, I just got a great list one of our researchers did on caregivers. So if you're a caregiver, let's go help people. Ask me for the new report for caregivers, okay? It's wonderful. It explains so much. It's list of sources of money and help for caregivers. And I think that's one of the most important things we have in our country. Because if people don't take care of people who need it, what are we going to do? Yeah, I mean, it's important. The people that need help need help. But if we don't have people to help them, that really, I feel, where society goes down the toilet, you know. You were on Oprah, yeah, 3-4 times, yeah, at least 3. I get confused after a while. When she first even started, she called me, hey, we need you. Yeah, that's what a lot of people used to do, is they call me, like Letterman used to call. Oh, I was just remembering the other day, they used to call me when somebody canceled. And I was doing work in Chicago, and I got a call from them. They wanted me today. And my biggest thrill is, who am I substituting for? Who stiffed them at the last minute and said they can't make it? Because they know they call Lesko. And I'll get on a plane, I'll go, you got to give me 7 minutes, that's what Letterman is, 7 minutes of national airtime for free? It would cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars. But because I act like an asshole, they'll give me free, free advertising, you know? But it turned out to be, I was substituting for an actor I really appreciate. Oh, God. The guy was on the boat with Natalie Wood that was killed, and it happened that time. And so he had to cancel that. Yeah, he's a favorite actor of mine. I can't remember his name, right? Yeah, a great thing on Saturday Night Live called Googly Eyes. You talk about googly eyes. God, you know better. I'm sorry, I'm so old. At the end of 3 My Mind, does it automatically? Yes, it does, James, automatically. Or do I have the option to enroll for a year? Oh, if you want to, get Magic Mary. Magic Mary works all those things. That's above my pay grade. We got to get Magic Mary to do that, but absolutely, James. Yeah. God, why can't I know it so well. And Larry King used to do that all the time to me too. It is, hey, let's go. We had a cancellation. They'd send a limo over me because I live in Washington. He was doing it in Washington. And I'd go down and do it. Get a half-hour free airtime. National, man. I'm going to buy advertising? You're killing me. Especially when Larry King put my arm around me, or his arm around me. That was great. I met up oh, nice. Doris Day's Hotel. She has a hotel. I used to do Doris Day's interior plan. Ah, neat. Yeah, Doris Day's my era. Yeah, she's big on animals. I don't know if she's still alive or not. That'd be interesting. Rock Hudson and Doris Day. I think Rock Hudson was gay too, and they're the biggest lovers in the 50s. Yeah, that was interesting. Sorry, you were a saint among them. Well, Brian, that's. I think I have some nuns that may tell you the opposite. I was a real pain in the ass at school. God, oh, why can't I think of Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. That's one of the great films. Amazing. I think it was a the Vietnam thing. I think that's what. Gosh, it's right there. That used to upset me. I just forget. You get older, it doesn't matter anymore. I got too many things to do, and that's important. And that's another thing. Worrying about something bigger than you, and that's what's so nice. Twyla does is she would give her money to somebody else. You start worrying about bigger than you. We could all navel gaze and find out how the government treats us so cruelly, but helping somebody else with a problem is a way to get out of those spirals that we get into with depression and everything, because it's too easy, because bad shit happens. More bad shit is going to happen. So there's no shortcut to it unless There you go, Christopher Walken. Oh man, he's got a new one out where he plays an old man farmer. I saw it. It was great. I think he produced it himself too, and it was great about finding the Monsanto or somebody about seeds. So he's been planting these seeds for 5 generations. He has them, and Monsanto was suing him for planting seeds that they have a patent on. And I think he won. Yeah, it's a real story. It's a fun story. Yeah, Christopher Walken. Yeah, so I substituted for Christopher Walken. Boy, that was great. That's always good. So there's lots of fun things to do in life, and I see at any age you could start all over. It used to be my grandparents, I don't think made it till 60s or in their early 60s. Man, look at, I'm going to see 80 in another year or two. So that looks like nothing, and 90 maybe. So you'll learn forever. So you're 56 years old or something like that. Man, you got a whole new career. And starting new, the problem I find with aging is that if you were successful at something, or you thought something was successful, you can't forget it. And you think that that's the way to do things, when that is absolutely wrong. It took me 10 years to unlearn all the success I had because that shit didn't work anymore. But, oh yeah, it does, yeah. It doesn't. It's like having a bad habit. So I admire you for the work you're doing, the help you do. And do you do it without discrimination? Do it. I don't know how. Yeah, I discriminate mostly. I need some money. So that's why I discriminate. I have a question. I'm on disability. I want to be able to go back to school online. Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Yes. How will that affect my disability? I don't know. I don't think anything. Payments, disability affects your payments if you're getting money. So you got to check with the disability people, find out. Now, every state, we're going to do a state by state on disability help. Every state, you just contact your state disability. If you don't know, just go to 211.org or go to findhelp.org and look at disability. I mean, the experts, nonprofits, don't pay a lawyer. Never pay a lawyer until it's the last resort. There's too many good people, out there that will do it for free, and all these are, should be for free. So let me know, Susan, if you can't find it, and just start a discussion, and just tell me what you need, and I'll show you the free source for it. That's it. That's important. Well, you all are just been a wonderful part of my life, and this has been, God, for me, the happiest and most satisfying work I've done all these years. I mean, God, the first stuff was beyond my imagination. Now this is more satisfying. I don't know who's keeping score, but I know it's any free childcare in Sacramento. My niece needs childcare. Well, yes, there are programs. I'll send you that. Remind me if you don't see it. I'll get that for you. And also childcare. I mean, the Biden money. There's lots of money for childcare in the Biden program. Make sure she gets that. And it's in the tax system, but it's not. You don't have to even pay taxes to get the grant for the childcare. And that could be, that's big money. And it's called a child care tax credit, but forget that. Don't ignore that. It's a grant to pay for child care. Yeah. And the income requirements are up to like $300,000. They're just stupid. So unless if your niece is making more than $300,000, you may be able to get that. But for this tax season now, she get a bunch of money for that. So that's a good thing. I'll send you the other current programs too. Okay, guys, I got to answer questions. Be patient if we don't process the ads, your, what do you call it? The grant applications quickly. It takes a week to 7 to 10 days to get it all processed out and start sending checks out. So give us some time, and give us some time on answering your questions. Thanks, that's great. She needs to go back to work. Oh, great, wonderful. Any free childcare? Yes. Okay. Thank you again for everything.